Thank you for coming to my channel. I go by Guided Mystic, and we want to see what messages Spirit has for you. We want to invite our angels and spirit guides to help convey clear messages only for our highest good that will help guide us in the next few days, or give us some clarity on some of our choices and decisions that we're making. So please give us clear messages. So what messages does Spirit have for us? What messages does Spirit have for us? Okay. The Sun is current energy. Okay. Alright, so we see here. This is like the traditional tarot, but the creator of this deck has their own interpretations of what the cards mean. So I'm going to still use the guidebook. So, Tarot of the Divine. So, your current energy is the Sun, which is really, really good. Alright, so the present moment is the Sun. And that would mean that, okay, so you've accomplished something, you're very satisfied, you have a lot of joy, your luck is on your side, and vitality. So you are feeling very inspired as well. So you are kind of like in the best mental vibes that you could be. We could always improve, but you're pretty comfortable. So let's see here. The Four of Cups. The Four of Cups is your the past. So let's see what they say about that. Okay, so you did have a lack of awareness in the recent past. You were tired. You were evaluating what path you were on. I think the patience started getting to you. You know, you were just really contemplating whether or not you're on the right path and whether or not you should keep going in the direction that you were going. But something changed in your energy. As we all know, thoughts pass, energies pass. So thank goodness that you are where you're at right now mentally. The Queen of Swords is all about truth, stepping into your power, being very intellectual. Let's see what they say about this. And that would be the current future, which makes no sense, but we'll just say it. Alright, so the Queen of Swords, you know, yeah, just like I said, you're intelligent, you know where you stand, this Queen of Cups, see, I didn't show the Sun card either, but see, she's very confident. that's exactly where you want to be. So that's a good feature for you. The Knight of Wands is something that would be in the way of that would be a hidden influence, I believe. A hidden influence. Now, see, we've got all of these wands. She's worked really hard on her passion. Wands are all about passion. But these skulls are like, something's following her. And remember, whenever there is great success for someone, it seems like there's always obstacles. And that's what this looks like. There is a house in the background that looks like it's sitting on it's like a chicken. I don't know. So it's got the chicken feathers. I don't know. But chaos. There could be some chaos that happens when you step into your true purpose, destiny. This says, it's also another sign of persistence. Like keep going. For this one, she's looking forward. She's not looking back. She kind of sees the skulls on her wands and that horrific sight behind her, but she's kind of still looking forward. So that's the thing. Is just with what does Spider-Man say? With from the movie, the phrase is, with great power comes great something. This is your hidden potential, which is the Queen of Wands. And that's pretty cool. The Queen of Wands is all about being an entrepreneur, being, where are those ones? Let's see what they say about it. It's knowing that you have a good idea, knowing that you know what to do. It's, independence, confidence, passion, optimism, being positive. Let's see. Knight of Swords. The Knight of Swords is all about being action-oriented. Bringing those thoughts into action. No more being a talker, but being someone that's going to act on their ideas. Alright, so we are going to next Alright. So this is the Spirit Allies deck. It's really cool. It's got a silver edge. And we'll pull 3 cards for this one. And Spirit, please give us some messages that are clear for the viewer right now. Your messages for the viewer. Okay, so. Oh, not right. Okay, alright, so this is how I pulled it out. Okay, so right now it tells me, okay, so we've got these brown colors. These brown colors. So this is Isis. This is Labradorite. Labradorite is it's all about building your intuition. This is Aries. Okay. So it's good that pops up there. So, this one is, how can you stay in your highest vibrational state? So Isis, which is 6. Okay. Isis is related closely to the cycles of life and can teach you how to live in rhythm with them. While the cycles of life include the flow of life and death, there are also the cycles of the moon and the changes of the seasons. Living with these natural shifts can help to realign your body and connect you with nature in a deeper way. Eating foods that are in season, rising with the sun, and using dim light at night are only a few ways that you can get in touch with your instinctive patterns. So, eating foods that are in season, rising with the sun, using dim light at night. So, this means that if you connect with nature on a deep level, a deeper level than you have in the past, okay, you will be completely aligned with nature. And when you are aligned with nature, your life goes into a flow state. And just as the universe works magically, your life will work magically for you. And it is magical, but the word that I'm trying to say for this is, your life will start to flow. The things that you'll just know. There's nothing that can explain what it's like to follow your guidance except that you have this knowing that you are on the right path. You don't question yourself. You're not confused about where you're headed, and you have no fear. Fear is always something that comes up when it doesn't align with who you truly are inside. Now, the second Labradorite is all about your body. How can you care for your body today? So, Labradorite is a stone of awakening. Awesome. It is a call to your higher purpose. You can no longer put off your destiny in this lifetime. A stone of the new moon, Labradorite, symbolizes a period of new beginnings to come. Use this time to set intentions for where you'd like to see yourself and plan for this journey ahead. Call on your guides if you feel like you have questions unanswered, so you can make a decision with all of the awareness you need. Now is not the time to rush. It is the time to recognize the transformation to come and to prepare yourself to welcome it with open arms. How can I prepare myself for change? Now, one thing that you could do with these cards, I want to tell you, if you have a deck, if you don't have crystals, let's say you don't have crystals, this is Labradorite right here. Okay? So, let's say you don't have crystals near you. The intention that you put in your mind's eye is just as good. So, this is a very poor picture of labradorite. But now that I have shown you what it looks like, see, this is, you more than likely recall seeing labradorite somewhere in your life path. We've all, and they make a lot of jewelry out of it. It's beautiful though. It's just like metallic-y, but it glistens almost like what is that? L L L. I can't even think of the name, but it's like a lot of seashells are covered in it. It's abalone or something. Anyway, but if you think about that labradorite and you call in to get the healing powers that it possesses. Like I said, it's good for intuitive power. It's also good to build onto your awareness. So if you just put the intent, you can put an intent to anything in this universe. What you think can become physical. If you understand it and you feel it, what you feel, that's okay. So, like I said, if you don't have the ability to get to certain crystals, put the intent, put it in your mind's eye. But there are all sorts of spiritual shops popping up, many places that actually have crystals that you can get fairly cheap. Like they weigh them, or they charge by the how much they weigh, and they're fairly inexpensive. So if you can get your hands on crystals, that could really help you. Now, the third card, which is the Aries. Let's see. Spirit. What can you do to connect with your guides and higher self? Okay, so 49. Alright. Aries is an inspiration to bring creative fire to each day. With enthusiasm and drive, you can create a life that excites you to wake up. Even if your schedule is packed, think of what you can do in your off hours. Shaking up a morning routine with yoga and meditation can leave you more prepared for the day, and following up the evening with journaling or reading your favorite book is an opportunity to enjoy the sweetness of life. Ignite your confidence within by believing in yourself to create your dream life. Okay, so, and that's a thing that I was going to mention is these the colors on these cards. You get oranges, yellows, reds. Those are all about your lower chakras, and your sacral chakra is, and your sacral and your solar plexus is all about creative and confidence. And what that message was saying about the Aries, it looks like a ram, right? But I notice that I feel better when I don't stick to routines. But the only thing that you have to do is make sure that you don't stop meditating. You don't stop those practices that get you they get you back into alignment, because when we deal with our external environment, there's so many different energies that can lower our vibration, and our meditating breath work, it gets us back into alignment. Going out into nature gets us back into alignment. So making sure that those things, those are going to be at your those things that you do will keep you in a space to where you can be in your true power. where you feel good, where you feel happy. Sorry about that. There was an alarm. But yeah. So the lesson for today, I think I did a couple of readings already, is to make sure that you keep your meditation practice. It's really important that you, whatever mind body practice that you have, that you know works for you, keep it up. No matter what you do. If you're getting ready to start a new job, like a lot of us are, that one thing that's going to make everything flow is making sure that you are in flow. And how do you get in flow? You keep those practices. Those are the things that you need to stick with. Another thing that helps me get into the flow, or not reverse to stagnancy, is doing new things, changing it up. And the only way that you could do that is if you are constantly staying in awareness with what you're doing, and you know the patterns, the repetitive patterns. And if you catch yourself in a cycle, like for me personally, it's been a week and 2 days that I haven't drank coffee. I don't have any addictions right now, except my meditation and my breath work. Speaking to source. That's it. But everybody's different. Everybody can operate at different levels. You know what's good for your body and what's not. For me, I recognize repetitive thinking when too much caffeine is in any kind of caffeine was in my body. I was feeling fatigued. My energy is at its prime when I'm using all of the chemicals that are already naturally in my body. When I add external substances like caffeine or chocolate, I notice that I'm not in my prime or whatever. Let's see. So there's that. For me right now, I'm doing these readings because I'm really focusing on building my intuition. I'm really focusing on getting the messages more clearly from my source, from the universe, because I have been in a spot where I'm kind of feeling like I'm not, the hits that I'm getting are not, they're not where they need. If other readers are on here listening, when you are hearing spirit and when you're not. When, let's see, here, let's close it up with one of these messages. It's definitely like, alright, so angel, spirit guides, give us some closing messages right here. This is a pretty long, let's see. Alright, angel, spirit messages, give us some messages. Love is your energy. You are never alone. Take responsibility for your actions. Kindness counts. And patience is a virtue. Okay. So, going into a new phase in your life can bring on coping mechanisms to sometimes. when we are when we have added responsibility, sometimes, and time takes us away from meditation, doing our practices to make sure that our mind body is balanced. Like, for instance, let me be a little personal. I just graduated from college. I'm getting ready to start a job, and I haven't worked in 7 years. I haven't been in a structured environment in 7 years, but I'm excited, and I know what I have to do, in order to maintain this new change. For one, we already know that growth only happens when we put ourselves in opportunities where we're in changing environments. So new environments, it's going to turn into a new routine, but the thing that breaks routine, I think it's said it in one of the card messages, the thing that breaks routine is when we feel like we're doing the repetitive things. Make sure that you meditate. It clears the mind, because when we clear the mind, we're not focusing on the what is. Okay, so that's something that you can get through any new change that comes in your way, as long as you clear your mind. So my personal thing is, when I have a break at my job, I'm going to use that time to meditate, to do breath work. Okay, then you go back into your next portion of work, and and not to say you might not need that. I've been meditating for 3 years, and I've been doing it, anywhere from 10 to 16 hours a day. I love it. It's because when I have that full ability to communicate with Source, I'm in the oneness. It's just where I feel the most at peace, and the benefits of it is just absolutely remarkable. So I stick to the things that work. So anyway, and this card is you're never alone. You've got a whole spirit team following you. Okay, so remember that one of the highest vibrations is love. So stay in that energy of love. All of the hard work is about to pay off. It is. So you're making the necessary changes, the necessary steps. Follow your heart. Stay positive. Now remember, if you can't think a positive thought, try to just clear your mind. Don't try to put positive thoughts. If you've got 20 negative thoughts, the next best thing is to just clear your thoughts. If you can't, if you got so much going on that you can't meditate, or you can't get in that meditative state, do breath work. It's the quickest thing, and like I said, just remember consistency pays off. So if you stick with it, you are going to reap the rewards. Just stay consistent and keep meditating, because meditating also gets you out of that time matrix. Because we get trapped into that time matrix, and then we're like, oh my gosh, our manifestations aren't coming. Oh my gosh, when is this going to happen? It's a horrible feeling. But like I said, my main message today is make sure whatever new schedule you're getting ready to step into, remember that the most important thing is about how you feel. And you also are here to help raise the vibration of the planet. So you have to be in your highest vibrational stance. And in order to do that, you have to do the things that raise your vibration. Don't get, remember when you get into that pattern of, working the 40 hours and stuff like that, or whatever you're getting ready to step into. We get, oh, we're too tired, we worked all day. Don't do that. You know how alive you feel after you meditate. You know how alive you feel after you do breath work. It boosts your energy. It's like a whole, okay, let's keep going. It's a whole new thing. You have to make sure that you continue your relationships. Work on your relationships with other people. Don't get stuck in saying, oh, I'm too tired. You get out in nature. Keep pushing yourself. Just because you have a job, just because, oh, this is not the end yet, because you know that this job is not the end. So you still need to work on self-improvement, always, because that's something you have to lead by example. So if you're continuously building yourself, then you can help others do that same thing. I'm going to close it off. This is a really long, and I know one of my friends was telling me that I shouldn't say that. But I know some people that are resonating with the messages will be here. The ones that don't resonate won't. I'm going to review this reading and see what I'm actually going to call it, because I know I put three different decks in this reading. And there's several different messages that came through. But I appreciate that you were here. If you're still here, thank you so much. You can subscribe, comment. I'd love to hear your thoughts. But thank you for being here, and I will see you in the next one.